My neighbor knows things about me that I've never told anyone, and this morning I caught him looking through my window. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Candlelit Whispers with Amanda. Today we have a spooky story about a creepy neighbor. I need to tell, I need someone to tell me if I'm overreacting. I moved into my apartment about 8 months ago, third floor, corner unit. I picked it because it felt anonymous, quiet, the kind of building where nobody really talks to each other. Then I met my neighbor across the hall. Brian. He's 50, totally average looking, the kind of face you'd forget immediately. The day I moved in, he introduced himself and helped carry one of the boxes inside. I thought he was just being friendly. Then weird little things started to happen. About 2 weeks after I moved in, I ran into him by the mailboxes. He smiled and asked if I was settling in okay. I said yeah, and then he said, "Good, glad you're finally sleeping better. You were up pretty late those first few nights." And that caught me off guard. I'm quiet, no TV, no animals, no guests. Nothing loud enough to hear through the walls, so I laughed it off. But then it stuck with me. Then, about a month later, I came back from grocery shopping. He glanced at my bags and said, "Oh, you found that place on Clement Street. Good prices there, huh?" Here's the thing, that was the first time I had ever gone there. I had never mentioned that store to him, ever. I told myself maybe he saw the logo on the bag. Whatever. But then it kept happening. He always seemed to know my schedule. He always seemed to be leaving when I'm leaving, always arriving when I'm getting home. One day he casually mentioned that I seem extra focused on my work calls on Friday. I have never told him that I work from home. That means he's seen me through my window, and so after that, I started keeping my blinds shut. Then last week, I was doing laundry in the basement. He came in, started making small talk like normal. Then out of nowhere, he asked, "Haven't you heard from your sister lately?" I froze. I never mentioned that I had a sister. Not once. I asked what he meant. He smiled and said, "Okay, maybe I'm mixing you up with someone else." I went upstairs and immediately checked my apartment. Door locked, deadbolt locked, chain still on, nothing missing, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then this morning happened. I was leaving to get coffee when I saw him standing in the hallway. He looked at me for maybe 2 seconds and said, "You look tired. Didn't you sleep well?" I had slept fine. I looked completely normal, yet I hadn't even spoke yet. I just stared at him. He smiled a very creepy smile. Then he went back inside his apartment. And for some reason, after he shut the door, I turned around and looked at it, and the peephole went dark, like someone had just stepped away from it. He was standing there watching me leave. And here's the part I haven't told anyone. Tonight, when I got home, there was a photo sitting outside my apartment door. It was me, sleeping, taken from inside my bedroom. I don't know what to do. I called the police after this. But if you want a part two, I'll explain what they found in the apartment. Wow. I feel like neighbors can be a tricky business because you don't want to have any bad blood between you and your neighbor, but you also don't want them looking through your blinds. But what do you think this person should do? Write it below in the comments.